What's up, guys? This is your boy Ghost Rider 730. And today, guys, I just want to say, man, congratulations, man, to Sony Ninja Theory for God of War selling 3.1 million. Whoo! The fastest selling PS4 exclusive. It outshined Horizon Zero Dawn. Uncharted. Just fucking around, man. And The Last of Us. Now, say it ain't so, man. If y'all can recall, on one of my podcasts is with the fellas in the live in the DirectX show, I had said it. This game was selling out everywhere. Not only the game, the console was selling out like hot cakes. Yeah, the console ain't look too good, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, but that console was selling. And I just wanted to let the Xbox community know that this NPD is coming up. You already know. I don't know why people still look at the NPDs, man. PlayStation is selling, it's sold like hotcakes. So you know this NPD coming up, they gonna win that again. It is what it is, man. I'm just saying that this was a set franchise, and a lot of people wanted this game. I mean, a hell of a lot of people bought this game, and 3.1 million in 3 days. That's a lot. Now this is not like, you know, Sea of Thieves so good, but this is a set franchise. You understand? This is God of War, so it's supposed to sell, basically. And this is the best selling God of War period so far. And it is what it is, man. That God of War, it's a good game. And as you can see, man, the PlayStation 4 game is out there, man. They bought it. They bought this game. They supported it. And that's what's up. But for people to think that the game wasn't gonna sell, nah, man. That game sold, bro. It is what it is, man. But other than that, man, is it the game of the year? Well, I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't lie. We gotta see, man. The year ain't up yet. So is this game really worth the 60 bucks? Yeah. In my opinion, yeah. And it can be a strong contender for game of the year, yeah. Shit sold really, really good, man. And for the Xbox, for people out there, man, that thinks that Xbox ain't got no games, man, it's a whole crock of shit, bro. And I've been seeing a lot lately, man, that people shitting on Scalebound. Scalebound. One media site has bad stuff to say, and now everybody want to dick ride and ride a train. That's crazy, man. And it is what it is. Like, State of Decay, if you played that game, it's only 30 bucks, basically. And the game is a real good game. I played it and I beat it. And it's a survival game. And that's what people fail to realize. And you got these guys, I don't know if it's hero gamers or what, but basically trying to shit on it. And what do you expect? That's State of Decay. It is what it is, man. Like, it's a survival horror game. Now, for people trying to compare the game to God of War, that's two total different games. God of War is God of War, and State of Decay, State of Decay. And right now, as a PS4 exclusive, God of War kicking ass. And it's going to continue to sell. So be it. PlayStation got their greatness in God of War. We got our greatness in Gears of War and in Halo. Now they all they waiting for right now. See, Spider-Man was an exclusive. It is what it is. To the PlayStation 4. They got Detroit on the way. Like my man Khaled said, the king of all. It's the king, man. And by the way, man, that Batman game is fire, bro. Whew. I was talking to Khaled this weekend. I mean, last week, actually. And he was like, yo, Ghost, get the game, man. And that storytelling shit is fire. So I know Detroit. I seen it. It looks good. And it's a Telltale game. So basically, the king of them. And it just bugs me out that I just want to ask people, if you can, and whoever's listening in, leave me comments, man. And I'll answer y'all. What do y'all feel about Detroit, man? Is it going to be a big seller? Like God of War sold? Or is it going to be a dud? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Do you think Spider-Man is going to sell really good on the PlayStation 4 as an exclusive? But in my opinion, I think Spider-Man is going to do its numbers. I don't know about Detroit really too much. I think maybe Spider-Man will outsell Detroit. That's my honest opinion. But man, this MPD is coming up, man. PlayStation's going to be number one. Because I'm telling you, when I went to GameStop, when I tell you, the console was sold out. Games are selling like hotcakes. They was pushing that shit. Pushing it hard. 20% off. Said this before. And the game was selling. And I went to mom and pop stores. And it was sold out there. Games were selling too. So I knew from the beginning that this game was going to sell good. And look, 3.1 million. 3.1 million. In 3 days. That is official. I'm giving props when props is due. Yeah, I'm an Xbox dude. I still feel the PS4, in my opinion, ain't fucking with the X in power, resolution, in third-party games, and certain exclusives, but I gotta give it to them with this God of War exclusive right here. By far, it's the best looking to me, in my opinion. I used to like the Order 1886. And God of War is looking better. So that's the best PlayStation 4 game they got, in my opinion. So I don't want to get crucified and people bitching. You already know. But anyway, man, back to State of Decay, man. Like, what's going on with that, man? Like, everybody, it's like anything that Microsoft puts out, man, it's like it gets bad reviews. People always got to find something to say. And I see a lot of Xbox dudes, man, that I think they were sheep in wolf's clothing, man. Were these dudes really PlayStation dudes, man? Because anything that Microsoft put out is trash, they saying. I can't believe this. And all because last year they showed Japanese games, bro. Japanese fucking games. That's the shit that kills me, man. Even though Microsoft had a little setback, but it is what it is, man. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, man, like, why is it the media is always trying to shit on Microsoft games? I can't understand this. It's been like this since 2013, bro. Like, when is Microsoft gonna get a break? Now that Microsoft really got the power it's like none of the media sites want to really bring this shit up. Only Digital Foundries, really. Nobody want to talk about it. But anything that PlayStation do, it's got to be like godly. That's the shit that bugs me out. And I can't understand that. Like, PlayStation can have a dog shit game, but get praised for it. I remember some media sites dick around and sold me so hard, showed the game like Iron Bread, and they made it look like it was the Last Supper. See, I'm talking about back then to now. If you look at our exclusives we had compared to PlayStation, when they was lacking until now, where they push more Japanese games, nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that at all. But the Xbox dudes, I'm starting to see there's a lot of hypocrites, man. You know, this is the thing that kills me. When we was getting all the games, it was about resolution. We was losing because Call of Duties, you know, a lot of other games out there wasn't 1080p. Let's be honest here. I agree with you, Mr. Kima. Gaming media sold their souls to those Japs at Sony. And it's crazy, but you're right. It's been like this since 2000 freaking 13, bro. Ever since Donnie Mac shot us in the foot, it's been like Microsoft could do nothing. Sony could do no wrong. And I don't understand that, how people could try to one media site and everybody jumps out the window. Jumps out the window and shits on State of Decay. Remember, certain games is not for everybody. State of Decay is a great survival zombie game. If you never played it, then you need to shut the fuck up. And there's a lot of people out there that never play State of Decay, bro. But they disrespect it and shit on it. That's crazy. State of Decay is one of a kind. Now, the sad thing is, Microsoft needs to really, which I know the truth because I've spoken with somebody and that person knows that the media is biased. Anything that Microsoft does. And that was behind closed doors. I won't put the person's name out there, but the person had let me know before that the Xbox X was worth it when I asked that person personally. And I copped it, and he was right. He was right. Now, throughout the years, I'm seeing nothing but hating on Microsoft, hating on Microsoft. We get Gears, it's too much A button. What the fuck? Too much A button. That's hilarious. You had some media sites that couldn't even get into the select mode or and stuff like that, man. And was downplaying Xbox. Anything they was finding to downplay it, bro. That's the thing that kills me. But Sony could do no wrong. Sony got sued for lying about 1080p on the Killzone Shadowfell. Y'all remember that? For lying. Sony also shut down studios, not saying Microsoft ain't do it, but anything that Microsoft does, these motherfuckers got to find a way to try to hate on it. How did Gears of War, I forgot which Gears of War, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 that came out that got a high Metacritic score, got it high. They remastered that game from top to bottom. Basically, even gave us the PC shit in it. Built from the ground up again. And they gave it a low score. I don't understand that. I don't understand this. And It's sickening. Sea of Thieves, a game that a lot of people might not like. It is what it is. Sea of Thieves is not for everybody, but the game sold well. Another thing, just off of one media site, they shit on State of Decay, bro. But they fail to realize that IGN was hooked on that shit, live streaming it. Now you can tell that those other people are full of shit. But if State of Decay was an exclusive for PlayStation, it would have been the best thing ever. If Xbox switched it up and they came out, the shoes on the other foot now. Let's just say if we came out with God of War, do you really think God of War would have been a 10 out of 10? Do y'all really think that? Do you think the media would have gave that game a 10 out of 10 if it was on Xbox? Do you think Halo and Gears, if it was a PlayStation exclusives, you think they would have got high scores? Let's be real here. They would have shitted on God of War, even if it looked good on the X. They would have gave it maybe 8.9, 8.5, 8.6, maybe a 9.1. Maybe I give it down a 9. But I guarantee you, Gears and Halo would have been in that high number. They would have been saying, where's Xbox's great story mode games and multiplayer games? But no, they don't bring that up. Now, the agenda is you need a realistic mocap game. And that's what puzzles me. Like, it just bugs me out that no matter what Microsoft gives us, it gets shot down badly, bro. And I feel that there's a lot of Xbox dudes that's phony, bro. It is what it is. They out there saying that people are damage controlling for what people like. Hey, Mike, he said after Gears and Cuphead, games been gutter trash. Ah, man. Well, Mike, I don't know. PUBG's trash? Is PUBG trash? It's sold. It's selling, right? Is it on the PlayStation 4? Nah. Sea of Thieves is selling too. It's a lot of people enjoying that game. But remember, certain games, it's not meant for everybody. I see people, a lot of people mad because, Microsoft gave a game like Super Lucky Tales. But you got Knack, I think, on the PlayStation 4. You have Little Shit Planet on the PlayStation 4. To me, those games are trash. That's my opinion. But that was their, I think, was that AAA's titles that they was claiming? I mean, it's been trash for PlayStation for a hot minute. They just started popping off now. God of War really blew everything out the roof. I can't lie. But yeah, State of Decay is coming out and it's only $30. That's a bang for your buck. Instead of paying $60 to $65, bro. That's a $30 game that's dope. If you like zombie games. See, not a lot of games, not everybody likes certain type of games, and I understand that. But to try to bash a game that's, to me, that's a dope game, nah, man. Hey, much respect to you, bro. PUBGs are cool, but run bad. By the way, I'm not a Sony guy. I hate everything Sony brings out. God of War was the first game I bought on my PS4. Yo, bro, much respect to that. Much respect to that. And I tell you this, God of War made me blow the dust off my PlayStation. I ain't gonna lie to you. My wife likes God of War, and I ain't gonna lie, this God of War to me, there's other YouTubers out there that kept it real, but they say they damage controlling and hating, and they PlayStation dudes, and they were saying that this God of War is nothing like the original God of Wars. They didn't like it, but they got massive hate, bro. You can check that out on YouTube. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I give respect, and I tip my hat off to Sony for that, man. Ninja Theory, once again, shout out to them, man. They hit a home run with this game right here, God of War. So I can't hate on that. So I would not hate on God of War. And this is Ghost. I talk a lot of shit, and I'm gonna tell you, the only thing I just didn't like, Mike and Mr. Kima, if you still here and you listening in, man, is that everybody's hating on Microsoft for what? Think about it. Crackdown 3 is supposed to be coming out. And I think Ori and the Blind Witch is gonna come out too. I think that's gonna drop too. I I'm just saying that's my opinion. I feel like the game might drop. So we got a lineup of games that we kind of knew about. That's why I can't wait for E3, because we're gonna see games like 1 to 2 to 3 years out, bro. And that's why I'm enjoying Xbox, because now it's like we already got the greatness already. PlayStation's getting theirs now, and now we get to see what's the future. What Phil Spencer, Amber Greenberg, and the rest of the Xbox team got in store for us. Now, I'm not saying that the E3 might be outstanding. Nobody knows. What, it's in another month? It's coming up. It's real close. And this is where I'm saying that I feel Microsoft is gonna kind of show some stuff to keep us interested. Because right now, they say Xbox got a lot of cartoony games. You feel me? But the most game that they playing on PlayStation right now is Fortnite. That's a cartoony game, bro. You feel me? And I just feel like I never seen a lot of Xbox dudes, bro, want to be PlayStation dudes, bro. That kills me. I'm like, wow. Where did this come from? But yo, no matter what, them PlayStation community members that they have, and YouTubers out there and everything, when Sony system goes down, there ain't no videos really. When Sony fuck up, they don't shit on Yoshida and them. When the game get pushed back, nah, they making the game better. Don't worry about that. This is Sony here. Xbox push the game back, oh man, forget about it. It's the end of the world. Everybody making videos. This is what kills me, man. When the agenda was resolution, now that Phil Spencer gave us that, where we got the true power now, and he's quote unquote, Phil Spencer said that we're not going to get caught ever again on power. That's something in itself. And I want to tell you this, and this is my prediction, and this is how I feel. And Mike and Mr. Kima, I'll tell you like this. I feel that when the PlayStation 5 drop, bro, they might lack exclusives once again. But I'm going to tell you how they're going to do it again. You got to see how smart these dudes are. They're going to remaster God of War. If they don't put backwards compatibility on their console, they're going to remaster God of War. They're going to remaster Uncharted 4. They're going to remaster The Last of Us. Like they did just this generation to hold them over. And going in to the next generation, PlayStation's going to have the upper hand. And Xbox dudes, we got to understand that. because of what the media had did the damage already. It's damaged. And it is what it is. That this is what I feel their game plan is gonna be, and people are gonna go crazy. No matter if Microsoft showed different IPs, different new IPs Microsoft showed. This generation, starting off in 2013, they was on fire. This is how I feel though. I feel Microsoft was so much on fire, they kind of double shot themselves because look, last year they said we was kind of sparse. And I feel it kind of hurted us. Because if you think about the exclusives that we got and the new IPs, bro, compared to Sony's lineups throughout the years until now, we kind of, Microsoft kind of spoiled us and gave us a lot, bro. And Mr. Kima, you said Microsoft are doing things tech-wise that Sony can't match. That's why they hate Microsoft. I agree. But do the media agree with us, y'all? Nah. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, God of War 2 is fire, but they blew this game up. Every website blew this game up. When I went into GameStop, I had Sony dudes, because remember, where I live at, them GameStop people are PlayStation heads, bro. There's no Xbox dudes on there. Tuck, what's up, Tuck? Hold up. Let me send Mr. J-Man 17 is Loki. Well, yo, Tuck, I'm gonna send you a link. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me try to do this right now. I'll be right back. Let me just send Tuck a link. But y'all guys think about that, man. Like going into next generation, they got the hype already. So Microsoft gotta show us some good stuff, E3 and beyond. It is what it is. Because if they don't, PlayStation already got the advantage right now. And I feel that next gen is going to be the same thing, man. If Microsoft don't show nothing dope, the media is going to chew them up. Chew them up. And that's the sad shit about it, bro. No matter what. Trying to get Tuck in the room for a minute. Yo, Tuck, I don't think I got you on Twitter, bro. So what you think about next gen, man? Not next gen 720. I ain't talking about next gen 720, but next generation. What you think? Oh, that's a good one. God of War uses the same graphics interface as Rise of the Tomb Raider. Nothing innovative. And speaking of that, man, like that's a good topic right there. What you just brought up, man. They hating on that game, saying that it's kind of dark, and it kills me because they saying that the developer on them is saying that they're gonna get the game to like 4K on the X with 60 frames. Nah, Tuck, I don't got Facebook. But yo, man, like Rise of the Tomb Raider is gonna be dope. Do I think it's gonna be 4K 60? If they can get it to there, that would be beautiful. But I'll take 4K 30. I don't care. You know, it is what it is, man. I don't really care about that. I just want a dope game because Tomb Raider is a dope game. Tomb Raider is the shit, bro. Nathan Drake, to me, I can't lie. It can't hold up to Tomb Raider, man. In my opinion, you got PlayStation dudes out there that think otherwise, but for me, Tomb Raider is bad, man. Lara Croft is dope. Yeah, of course, he bought. God of War did sell well, and a lot of Xbox dudes did buy the game. But we all know that there's a lot of PlayStation dudes out there that don't have Xbox Ones, bro. So did they support Halo? Did they support Gears? Nah. But you see, like, where real gamers is at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we multiplayer, we multi console guys, man. Like, if it's a good game on the PlayStation 4 and I like it and I want to play it, I'm just gonna blow the dust off my PlayStation to play the game. I had PlayStation 1, I had PlayStation 2, caught me a PlayStation 3 before, and I got a PlayStation 4. Am I a Sony dude? Nah. Nah, I'm not. I can't lie. But my preferred console is Xbox. I bleed green, man. And I do got a PC, which I'm trying to find out, and I want to get a stronger rig. That's what I've been trying to do. I got 3 stacks that I'm trying to get a way stronger PC. I got the X that's like a PC, but I want a PC that's strong. So anybody out there that can help me build a PC from the ground up, this beast mode for like $3,000, man, let me know the deal, man. Let me know down in the comments section. Or hit me up on Twitter, you feel me? But yeah, he bought, man. I do agree with that. God of War did well because half of the Xbox guys bought it. A lot of us did because a lot of us like God of War. You understand? But Tuck, I would have sent you the link, but I don't got you on Twitter, bro. So what you think about God of War selling 3.1 mil, bro, guys, in 3 days? What your Xbox dudes think about that? Let's see how it sells. Let's see how much it sells after the Intel release. Hmm. I mean, it might sell really really well after he bought. I can't lie, because if it does get kind of sparse, because they look, Detroit is far out, I think, right? And I think Spider Man is kind of far out. So I want to see like what do they have coming up, because I know we got our lineups coming up, so our games should be dropping real soon. But you know how they're gonna say, "Oh, we got third-party games," or maybe look, who knows? Japanese games might pop up for them and keep them happy. And Phil Spencer's talking about getting these games, Japanese games on the Xbox One. That's cool. I'm not into too much Japanese games, but the more the merrier. You feel me? That's how PlayStation did it in the beginning, but with indies. They had more indies, so it was like they had more games. When we had the AAAs, they had more games because of indies. Now they're just using it as we got more games with Japanese games. You feel me? That's how it's been. It's been like that since the beginning, and Microsoft should have been jumped on the boat with Japanese games, in my opinion. What God of War sold less? It's still sold less than 1, 2, and 3. I mean, the game only took 3 days and it sold 3.1 million. So I believe that within time it's gonna outsell 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, Mike, you're right. PlayStation has more games because they have the Japanese market. Yeah, and as us Xbox do say, Japanese handouts. You understand? Now, Phil Spencer did go over there to Japan, so you know he's probably gonna have something up his sleeve this E3. And I'm being honest, I feel that 1, 2, and 3. I think this God of War is gonna outsell it. It's gonna be the best God of War sold to me because this game is sold in 3 days, boy. 3.1 mil, bro. The fastest PlayStation 4 exclusive sold. So do you guys in the comment section, do y'all think this game is the game of the year? Do y'all think God of War won it already? The game of the year? Because the PlayStation dudes, that shit won already. I remember when they showed Spider-Man, Spider-Man was supposed to be the game of the year, but now it's God of War. So I don't know. Or Detroit. So you know how it is. The king of all Telltale games is about to come out. W1 I think a little of off Xbox One players help. Yeah, in the sense that yeah, Sony has a lot of fucking consoles out there. It should be selling high. And a lot of people fail to realize, man, the reason why PlayStation's up a lot and there's a lot of markets that Xbox is not in, a lot of territories, and PlayStation's still in way more territories than Xbox. So like I used to say in the terms like this, I'm gonna take it in the hood way. If you a hustler and you got 100 blocks and I got 50 blocks, who you think's gonna sell more? Common sense, right? The 100 blocks. Now, it is what it is. This that's how PlayStation's really blowing up and outselling them now with this God of War and a lot of YouTubers out there basically trying to crap on Xbox, but big up Sony. It's crazy. You damage controlling if you say we got games or anything. Meaning certain people like certain games. You understand? So, oh, we lacking in this, we lacking in that. Well, motherfucker, PlayStation is lacking in their great story mode and multiplayer games, bro. Where those are at? Do you see PlayStation people asking for that? Oh, nah. They ain't trying to be like Xbox dudes. But Xbox dudes trying to be like PlayStation dudes. I don't get that. I never thought I'd see the day of that. Okay, Mike, it's too early to say God of War is game of the year. There's probably a lot of games that we don't know, even know it's coming out yet. But it's definitely a contender, yeah. And I agree. They definitely a contender. This game is a contender. And that's why I feel sometimes people just jumping out the window. But it's up there. And this game was highly anticipated, bro. Every media site was basically blowing the shit out of Ninja Theory of this game. I never seen that before. They can't find no flaws in that game. But for me playing it, when I was looking far out, certain spots, it wasn't looking too good. So Detroit costs less money, he bought, to make than Heavy Rain on PS3. Hmm, that's what's up. But Detroit is the king of Telltales, man. Remember Until Yawn? That was a dope Telltale game too. But this Batman I'm playing right now is fire. So looking at Detroit, it's it's looking good. But do I think it's gonna outsell God of War? No. Do I think it's gonna outsell Spider Man? Hell no, to me, in my opinion. And PlayStation gamers out there better buy that Spider Man shit. And you might see Spider Man sell really good because you got a lot of Xbox dudes that like Spider Man, man. And they might just buy that game and it's gonna sell great. You meaning that their games don't sell? Ebot? That's what you meant? Windy City. What games on Xbox sell well? Question mark at Hebot. Oh shit. Oh man. Uh oh. Do y'all think PlayStation 5 will have backwards compatibility? Down in the comments section. Do y'all think Sea of Thieves in another month will be up there in the top five? Y'all let me know down in the comments section, y'all. Do you think in another month people will be playing Sea of Thieves? Hmm. I feel they need to do like little tournaments in Sea of Thieves. Like on this day, you grab your little pirate crew and you go to war. And whoever gets the most chests, wins, rank first, second, and third. That'll be dope. Like they could add different things into Sea of Thieves that'll be fire and make that game even more better. From what I'm hearing from a lot of people that like the game, they enjoy it, and I could tell that seeing it, people playing it, and being excited when other ships stroll by and you go to war and people jumping trying to shoot each other. I feel they could do a lot more with this game. And I feel within time, the game is only going to get better. And for those out there that like pirate games, they're going to have a ball with this one. And I think it got legs. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is what it is. Game so well. So Hebot put Tomb Raider 2 on Xbox before it went to PS4 sold 7.4 million. Woo! But a lot of people ain't know that, huh? And Hebot also put Knack 2 sold 3,000 copies. What? They ain't buy that shit? Wow. Oh man, Windy City's a Sony Jap slave? Wow, so he likes JRPGs, he likes those Japanese games. Talk about that only Evot's going in. Talk about that only or Hellblade selling only 250,000. Wow, he taking shots, Windy City. Would y'all like to get on the show, man, and square off, man? Windy City, you got Twitter? Hebot, would you like to debate Windy City on these topics you're talking about right now on the show? Let me know in the comment section, yo. I know you game, brother. I sent you a link already. Waiting for you to jump in the room, bro. I mean, Windy City, you out there? If you can hear me, I know you are. He about to say he's game to jump in the room and debate on the topics that you was just talking about. Just follow me on Twitter, bro. Let me know. True Xbot. And I'll get you in the room. I'll send you that. Just be respectful, brother. I'm the ref, and I'm gonna let y'all talk about whatever you want to talk about. Or whoever's the pony in the room that want to get in and debate Hebot, y'all let me know. But guys in the comment section, man, what y'all think Microsoft can do, bro, to make a change? What do Phil Spencer, Aaron Greenberg, and them need to do? They gave us the power already. We had nice big AAAs already. We had new IPs. What more can they do? What more y'all think as YouTubers and as gamers? What would y'all want to see? What do you think Microsoft need to do to get all the hate off their back and all this biasism that's going around down in Twitter, down in everything that Microsoft can't do no, you know what I mean? That Microsoft does everything wrong. Let me know in the comment section, y'all. Wow. But I ain't see Windy City answer you yet. Hey, Windy City, man, like I said, if you got Twitter, hit me up and I'll send you that link. And he about get in here and y'all speak like men and debate. Well, you got it. I respect that. You had a phone call. But it'll be dope, Wendy, if you hop in here and you and Hebot talk it out and bring up good points on what you're talking about right now. Since you like Japanese games, man. What up, Kano? What's good, bro? Yo, Kano, man, what you think about God of War selling 3.1 million, brother? Do you think God of War is the game of the year? Or you think it's dog shit? Ooh, I gotta give you that. Yo, he bot, son. He said, I would love the debate, bro. Hard to talk when at work. He bot don't want this work, fam. Who said I like Japanese games though? I like any game that's good, regardless of general. Ooh, he bot. who? Yo, Mike said Microsoft can't do anything to be honest, but as for me, show 3 new AAA IPs and give me a Killer Instinct 2, and I'm good. Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. Some new AAAs that be dope as fuck. And Killer Instinct, whoo, you said part 2, that's gonna get everybody hype. You know people gonna be lit, especially fighters. I know Collag gonna be hype. Kano Gaming section, God of War selling 3.1 million. That's what's up. It's a good game, but it's nothing that I haven't seen before. You right. Rise Son of Rome did a lot of that, didn't get praised for it. But you know, one was a realistic type game, and the other one is, you know, mythical, God, you know, a demigod and stuff like that. So to me, I say there's 2 different type of games, you feel me? No matter if they slashing or whatever. A lot of talk, no point. But yeah, Kano, man, that game is selling good. I think it's gonna be the best God of War selling, period. Hands down, in my opinion. Ooh, Kano said he about to go ahead and do that debate, get it over with. But Windy City's working right now, you know? For right now, God of War is the Far Cry's up there, as well as, which I haven't played. Red Dead coming as well. Great year for games. Yo, bro, as a gamer, you right. As a gamer, Windy City, you are fucking right, bro. It's a great, great, great day to be a gamer for all of us. In the sense that we're going to have a banger coming out real soon in Red Dead Redemption. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen how the game look, bro? Ain't nothing wrong with Japanese games, bro. Nobody ain't saying that. For me, in my opinion, I'm not too big on Japanese games like that. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, I did play that game of Attack on Titans, man. They should say Attack on Man Ass, because all you see is naked motherfuckers. But that's neither here nor there, you feel me? You got Final Fantasy that's dope in itself. You know, there's a lot of Japanese games that's cool. I gotta get, they telling me to cop Yakuza and stream it and shit so I could try it out, you heard? Windy City, I kind of feel that Microsoft ain't, you know, this gen has been lost. It's been lost since, you could say, since a midway. When the media, all the bias with the media and all this, attacking Microsoft exclusives and downplaying everything on Microsoft, Sony taking a mean lead in more territories, nothing that Sony could do wrong. They could bring out a shitty ass game like The Last Guardian took 9 years to bring out, and they get praised for it. Yeah, this gem was lost. I'm still an Xbox dude to the end. I'm rocking out, and next gen going into it, I will be an Xbox dude, regardless of what, because Xbox is my preferred platform. But don't get it twisted. I'm also going to cop me a PlayStation 5. That's neither here nor there. You feel me? Like, I'm going to cop that. Just like a lot of people fail to realize, you know, the Switch so good. But remember, the Switch came mid-gen kind of, in the sense that, you know, it was a newer console, so everybody's going to rotate to that shit because, you know, everybody got an Xbox and a PlayStation. So everybody's going to want to get a new console. And to me, that's why the Switch is selling. And still, when I go to GameStop and I go to mom and pop stores, it's not too much of a big catalog of games that the Switch got. You feel me? Now, my wife plays it. I'm not really into Nintendo too much like that, because everybody talk about cartoony games, but Nintendo has that a lot. Yeah, Windy City, I'll give you that. Last Guardian took that long because they canceled it, then brought it back. Yeah, but how many times they canceled that game, bro? 9 years and the game came out laggy as fuck, buggy as fuck, and they praised it, the media? Come on, man. And I agree, the Switch to me ain't my cup of tea, but my wife likes it. See, you got certain people out there that like things like that. Mike Sakano, Detroit ain't paying $60 for a game that's 8 to 10 hours long. I mean, I don't think the game would be sold for like 60, bro. I think it might be like 40 bucks. I'll see. If they sell 50 or 60, I'll be like, come on. Feel me? If it go 30 bucks, that's a steal right there. That's great. Grab that shit. I'll buy it. If it's 30 bucks. Look, State of Decay is 30 bucks and you get a bang for your buck. Open world zombie game where if you die, you're dead. Like realistic. Similar to like The Walking Dead. The TV show is similar to like that. You out there looking to get things to survive. People uniting with each other in a small community, going out and risking their lives to bring stuff back, to build their community up again. That's what's dope about State of Decay. Not only you there's hordes out there. Every time you go out, you're risking yourself, and that's what's dope about that game and unique about it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the new game that I seen of Walking Dead supposed to be coming out. It look fire, bro. I'm copping that game. So yeah, definitely I like zombie games. But anybody know when that game coming out? Days Gone? Is it coming out this year? Does it got a set date on the PlayStation side? That's all we asking for. Hey, Rohan Star 58. I got no problems with Zaire. Zaire is my bro. That's the homie right there. And I see it as this. Much success to Zaire. That man feel how he feel. It is what it is. That's his opinion and how he feels, and he wants better. All of us want better. I'm not downplaying Xbox. I want to see more games. We already got our greatness. So everything we see from here on out, it's nothing but good. Everybody's downplaying it. Nah, we want to see more games. See what's the new AAA games coming out. That's why I'm excited. I'm not crying. I love the Xbox games I got, bro. Ebot, what's going on, brother? So Rohan Star 58, this next gen, he wants the Xbox to do better, and that's what's up.
Ghost, you?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a little bit staticky.
Am I? How about now, Ghost? Mike is muted, Ghost.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought you
I can hear you, but you're a little bit staticky, bro.
I'm in my regular mic at home. I'm not even on my phone.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick your mic up. Hold on. Hold on, Hebot. Yeah. When it comes to Rohan Star, he said, when it comes to great exclusive games, Nintendo exclusives #1, PlayStation exclusives #2, PC exclusives #3, and Xbox exclusives #4. Dead last in quality and sale. What the fuck are you talking about?
Of course they are, and that's why all Xbox games have longevity, as opposed to anything on Nintendo or anything on PlayStation. Xbox games have single-player campaigns that you play by yourself, cooperatively, and multiplayer component that cater to all facets.
Your mic, because this is a good point right here.
Okay.
Rohan Star tried to say, you know, like Nintendo exclusives number
What about
one.
now? What about now?
Yeah, yeah, you sound better.
Look, the
Yeah,
Nintendo exclusives do number
there you
one
go.
because
You sound better.
The Nintendo exclusives are considered number one because one, it's the same freaking creator that's been doing the game for the last 30 fucking something years. So of course they're not gonna make a bad Zelda or a bad Mario or a bad whatever else is IP that they have, like Metroid or whatever the case may be. Okay, that's the reason for that. And number two, the Nintendo loyalists are real Nintendo fans. They stick with their brand. They
Yeah,
don't backstab them. They don't act like baby cries. They don't run away. They stick with their brand. Now, the point that I was trying to say, right? Xbox games have longevity as opposed to PlayStation games because Xbox games, as we all know, not only have single player campaign, they have campaigns that you play cooperatively and they have multiplayer aspects to them that are very robust and fine tuned that have long lasting shelf for all kinds of players. PlayStation games all have the same feel and style. They're interactive movies that you play as a single player experience, and they feel like movie quality in production because Sony is a movie company. So they use a lot of cinematic stuff, a lot of mocapping. Like my biggest problem with God of War is the best parts in the game, with the exception with the dragon fight that are cinematic, you don't really control. It looks cool, it looks beautiful, but I've played games that have given you control in sections and action pieces like that. So and even the original God of War, when you fought and you killed and you fought a big troll, you had to play tug of war. You had to use the analog stick. You had to use the buttons, and you had to make sure that you prompt them correctly and you did it at the right timing. And if you did it reset itself, you had to fight them again, get them weak to redo it again to try to do a finisher. It gave you a sense of control. The new God of War, a lot of the game doesn't have that. It's
like
basically climbing up rocks,
um,
pacing, doing puzzles. You see what I'm trying to say? It's a good
yeah,
game, and it's good for the. It's good that they changed it as far as to make it feel different from the other ones. Yes, it's a nice change of pace, but to sit there and blatantly say it has no flaws or that's a 10 out of 10, that's fucking stupid. For any person who's a real gamer, they know that's not true. Okay, because even the narrative, the story is not original. It's Norse mythology. All they did was it changed it and made their own version and basically bastardized the idea and the story, like they did with Greek mythology. They didn't create a new story like Rise, Son of Rome. Rise, Son of Rome had a new story that was original to that game that wasn't really done in any other medium before. Okay, not even comparable to movies like a Gladiator. You see what I'm saying? So that was the point I was trying to say, and what I was trying to say in the thing that it's very good for gamers in general that God of War sold well in the span of 3 days because this is good for gaming as a whole, right?
yeah,
But
I agree.
the reason why it did those numbers is why? Because Xbox fans supported it, because the media gave it praises, because all the reviewers that reviewed it a week and a half, 2 weeks, praised all the flaws, and then the people that did call out the flaws, people were saying that they were scumbags, that they were liars, that they're bullshitters, that they're just haters, even though these are Sony dudes. Some dudes gave it a 7.5, some dudes gave it an 8, an 8.5. GK being one of them. He said it's definitely not perfect. Why? Because he was being honest, and then they called him a hater, right? Yet he said it was one of his favorite
GKB?
games. The one that does the videos with Mooch. That dude with the glasses, whatever, JKB, whatever his name is.
GKB.
Right. Or JKB, not JKB, JKB.
Yeah,
JKB.
crappy, he used to be a crappy show with
Yeah,
his wife.
no, that's GKB. JKB. I'm talking about JKB.
Oh,
He's somebody that does something with Mooch every once in a while. Cool guy. He plays on a bunch of stuff, but what I was trying to say is this is the reason why the game did well, okay? And as long as Microsoft has games that come out that don't get a fair shake, they're never going to have that perception. So the games, because most people that buy games are casuals at this point, and not just hardcore, right, are going to not buy the game based off media, based off Metacritic, based off hate, based off trolls, because they're going to be like, well, why am I going to buy the game? The game sucks. There's still people to this day that think Xbox One doesn't play games that are not used. They think you still have DRMs. You see what I'm saying? Because once that is embedded in somebody's head that's ignorant to the reality of gaming and the hardcore aspect of gaming, they're not going to take a chance and buy the game. They're going to be, oh, fuck that. I'll wait until it's on Game Pass. I'll wait till it's $20. That's what I was trying to explain to you, Ghost, because in the fucking texting comment shit, that shit's ass. You can't really explain what I'm trying to say. The same way I was trying to tell you that quantity. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't really. All right, responding to Rohan, in my opinion, he said, you know, he was talking about PlayStation, you know, our IPs is like glass, our AAAs. Now,
says who? Metacritic?
No,
Metacritic? You can't even trust Metacritic.
Well, he's trying to say we dead last without our exclusives. But I feel that I wanted to ask him, name me the dope ass PlayStation 4 exclusives compared to Xbox dope ass PlayStation 4 exclusives. They just got God of War.
Name me a good racer that could compete with Forza. Name me a good fighter that could compete with Killer Instinct.
I was going to ask him that.
Name me a good shooter. Name me a good shooter with longevity, with a lot of gameplay mechanics and style and good story and narrative and drama than Gears of War on PS4. Name me a good first-person shooter.
That's just what I was going to tell him. If it comes down to it, you put Killzone Shadow 4 compared to Gears.
There's not.
It's gonna get shot down. If you put Gran Turismo, he bought
garbage.
Let me explain. With him, with him, I was gonna explain this to him. If you put up PlayStation 4 exclusives compared to Xbox exclusives, even their AA games, so it's their AA games, I feel, in my opinion, you cannot compare Killzone Shadow 4 to Gears of War.
You can't. Impossible.
Exactly. Or Halo, whichever one.
Even Tomb Raider don't have the depth that Gears of War has. Tomb Raider is not doing anything new. I mean, Uncharted. Uncharted basically took what started with Pitfall, what started with Alone in the Dark, what started with the Tomb Raider reboot, not reboot, but the Indiana Jones and the Tomb Raiders from back in the day used the better hardware to make it more modern and more cinematic. That's all they did. But when it comes to the gunplay, it doesn't match the gunplay of things like a Tomb Raider, for example. Uncharted, Tomb Raider shits on it, and that's a fucking fact.
So hold on. Ryan Starr also said Ryan is a real Xbox fan at IGN. Nah, man.
Oh God.
Nah.
Real Xbox fan that told Phil Spencer.
Get that motherfucker a Scooby snack because he ain't no real Xbox guy, bro.
After he interviewed.
You bought it, Eva. I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all, brother.
You're talking about McCaffrey, the real Xbox fan that had Phil Spencer live on his damn interview telling him, so how do you feel about the PS4 being such a beast when that shit was a joke?
What's Persona 5 big AAA?
Well, I'm talking about the
PS4. He said PlayStation 4 great exclusives are God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 4.
Yeah, great exclusives. Horizon Zero Dawn
Persona 5
didn't do nothing new either. Horizon Zero Dawn didn't do nothing new either. It was basically enslaved in an open world environment, okay, with limited amounts of stuff that you could do, even in the combat. All it is was, again, cinematic. You start off with a little kid. The whole narrative was being a little kid turning into a girl, and that all the boys in the world were the evil monsters, okay? It was playing that SJW bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, okay? That's BS.
Now,
okay, that's number one. And number two, go ahead.
In this aspect, Uncharted 4, they have these are, when you look at it, they got these are story mode games, bro.
Then you can't even count Persona 5 or Last of Us because they're PS3 games. Those games started on PS3, and then talk about PS3 games, comparing them to PS4 games with Xbox games.
That's why I said before, like,
stupid keep doing that. I'm like, dude, you talk about us that we're stuck. Y'all motherfuckers don't let go of Last of Us because that's the first critically acclaimed game that PlayStation got since Gran Turismo on the PS2. It took them 10 years to get another critically acclaimed game. Okay? And that's the fucking reality.
Can't hold up. This is the thing. If you do the Order 1886 and you compare that, let's just say the Gears, it's getting washed up. Compare Killzone Shadow 4 to Halo, is getting washed up. You compare Gran Turismo to Forza, it's getting washed up, bro.
Exactly.
Like that's three.
Tell me what
fighter.
Tell me what fighter they have.
Now they got Street Fighter that they Sony PlayStation put money for that to have it exclusive. But we got Killer Instinct that's done by Microsoft.
They were rare. It's theirs. Fighter do they have? Halo. What shooter do they have that you can play cooperatively on the campaign and solo? They have none.
I'm answering Rainstar. Rainstar said Halo 5 story was trash.
Really?
Gear
Why?
4 was
Why was it
mediocre.
Why?
Hold on. Before we answer him, Halo 5 story was trash. Gears 4 was
because you say
mediocre.
So, right? The fuck out of here.
Sort of has lack of mode. Xbox has no great single player games. Now, before you go, Hebot, let me. I'm gonna do my little talking to him. All right. To me, Halo's story mode, people try to say was trash, but I enjoyed it because it was like Locke, going after Master Chief.
It was different.
It's different, but
which is what it needed.
Does different things, but people downplay it.
No. To add to what you're saying,
this is my opinion.
To add to what you're saying,
now, before you go, Hebot, this is why I'm trying to get mine off, and then you explain yourself. Now, I liked it the story mode. I got into Halo, and I liked it the way Locke was going after him and getting Master Chief and Cortana and all this bullshit that's been going on. So it was nice. Now, to say Gears of War 4, it took another. It did good because you get to see that the son, the father. You understand it? They brought something different. The mother died. At the end, you see that his girlfriend was trying to find her mother. She died at the end, and you see that. It's starting to take a new life. They bring in Gears another breath of fresh air, but people try to downplay that. I feel that, when God of War, he got a son, which I never knew in God of War. He had a daughter. He had a fucking daughter in hell. Left her. Is Kratos a bad father? He killed his kids, killed his wife. Like.
Well, he was tricked by the gods.
Yeah, he was tricked by the gods on that, but he also left his daughter in hell. Like. You know what I mean? Kratos had he had kids. Kratos was out there beat bopping. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying in a sense that for Gears of War, for me, I liked it.
Here's my point.
Gears was good to me, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't lackluster on both games.
Right.
I have my opinion. A lot of these people got their own opinions. You understand?
And you're right.
I'll give you this. Single player games has no great single player games. Yes, we did have a single player game, but it got shot down by the media.
That's right. And by the haters like him.
By haters. And
exactly.
Anything that Microsoft done throughout the years was getting hated on, period, bro. But now I'll tell you this. If you jump down on PlayStation side, right? They got story mode games. But what Hebot's trying to tell you is, where's your great story mode and multiplayer games together? Y'all do not have one.
Nope.
What you gonna say? The Last of Us?
Knack 2? That's sold only 3,000.
That's all you got? Like, the shoes on the other foot too. You could bring up the great story mode single player games you have, but where's your great story mode
with co-op
multiplayer game and co-op and a great story mode game?
They got none.
Y'all don't have that.
You don't got none. So, and don't say Bloodborne, because Bloodborne is a mode you got to unlock, and that's from From Software that Sony paid for the exclusivity. Okay. So don't even go there and say that shit, because Microsoft bought Gears. They went to Epic, bought Gears, and brought in Rob Ferguson, which they were Black Duck Studio, were working on Shanghai Heist. And they asked him, you want to finish Shanghai Heist or you want to do a new Gears? And they chose Gears. And that's why they changed their name to Coalition. Okay? So Microsoft owns Gears.
Rohan Star put Microsoft love to cancel games like Scalebound, Fable Legend, Phantom Dust.
Yeah, where's the Wild? Where's Deep Down? Where's the Wild? Where's Deep Down?
Exactly.
Where is Drawn to Death that they closed the servers already with the real creator of God of War, David Jaffe? Yo, my man, where's the Tomorrow Children? Closed down. Where's Drive Club? Closed down. Get the fuck out of here with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he put that, and it makes me laugh. Scalebound got Platinum Games fucked over Microsoft by stealing money.
Out of here.
Scalebound would have been out.
The point is this. The difference between Microsoft canceling the game and Sony canceling the game is Microsoft pays out of pocket to earn their right and the respect to have those games on their console. Sony doesn't. Sony is just Japanese, and because by default they're a Japanese company, Japanese developers give them games for fucking free. They tell them, here. That's why Yakuza has never been on another platform, and Sega is the only one that funds the goddamn game. Sony don't pay a goddamn dime. Same thing like Persona. That's Atlas Sega. They didn't pay a dime for that. They didn't pay a dime for Berserk. They didn't pay a dime for motherfucking Neo, and they didn't pay a fucking dime for Nier Automata. All they did was publish Neo in America for PS4 when they saw that the demo got praised right after the success of Bloodborne, but they didn't even publish it in Japan for the PS4, and they didn't even publish it on PC for the fucking game. So fuck out of here. They didn't the same way they didn't fucking pay money to make Hellblade. They're not paying Yu Suzuki to make Shenmue, and they're not paying Square Enix to make Final Fantasy Remastered. So all that rhetoric and noise, y'all gotta cut the shit out. Okay, you can find that shit by stupid people, but not by real gamers that know their shit. You're absolutely wrong. Okay, now to add to what you were saying, Ghost, Halo was scrutinized because it went a different route, right? But it was talking about a different character from a different perspective, trying to find out if Chief went AWOL. And everybody hated on it. Everybody hated on it because it wasn't Chief, right? Because it wasn't Chief, even though they added 4-player co-op in the campaign. Oh, you fought the Prometheans 3 times. You fight the trolls in God of War 15 fucking times. New God of War. Okay? Just like the Rampage monkeys and just like every other character in the game. Okay? The same way that in God of War, you have that area and that level where you walk in the pig to save the pig's life, where you don't do shit. All you do is walk, and nobody scrutinized it. Yo. But yet, they scrutinize Halo when you do that one level where you walk, and it's only like 7 minutes long, and you're talking, getting information when you go to that rock planet, and then you leave. Right? But nobody's talking on it. But I got news for you. A motherfucker like Heba brings everything up because I'm an exposer. I don't take nobody's bullshit.
Well, listen.
I love to expose shit.
Rohan Star is the star of this little podcast right here that we talking about. This little thing I was doing, actually. He stated he bought that Next Gen said stop saying media bias. And I beg to differ on that because
so answer me this. Tell Rohan Star to answer me this.
Talk about media bias crappy
for many years. Exactly.
Many years. Showstopper. Everybody. Collab me. Wolf. Everybody, other podcasts been talking about the media bias.
That's right.
I feel that's full of shit.
That's the goddamn no. There's no media bias. But check this out, Ghost. Gears of War came out on 360 with Metacritic at 95, right?
Yeah, 95. I brought that up earlier on the show.
Then the Gears of War Ultimate comes out, way better. Added all the fucking maps, new components. They tweaked up all the fucking cutscenes. They fucking put better graphics. They put, a brand new build from scratch. They put, the story mode that was never available on console, right? And it went down to an 82 because of too much A button. When in God of War is the same thing. It's too much RT button for the fucking swing, okay? Same bullshit, right? But here we go. Here's the kicker. Shadows of a Colossus, a PS2 game, nothing done except graphics, brand new graphics. That's it. It stood on 91 Metacritic when the PS2 came out, and when it came out now, it still stood at a 91. They even gave it a score of a 97, calling it a masterpiece.
Yo, no, this is the thing that bugged me out. When I went into GameStop by my job, right, it's by a mall, so I went over there, and I said, what new games came out? I like to go looking for stuff, and he goes, this guy. This is why I say these Sony dudes, there's ponies all over this motherfucker. This dude tells me, you ain't know there's a new game that came out, Shadow of the Colossus. I'm like, yo, bro, what? I told him that's an old game, bro. That's a remaster. No, it's not. I said, bro, that came out like I think on PlayStation 2, bro, or the PlayStation 3. You know what I mean? Like that's old. It's a remaster game. How you telling everybody that's a new game, bro?
Right.
Like this is what I'm trying to say. Early this year, I think they brought this for 2018. I think they remastered that shit and pushed it out. Am I right?
Right.
So they got a remaster game. That's what they do a lot. They remaster a game to push like it's exclusive or something different, right? You don't see Microsoft really remastering games like that. Now we get Sea of Thieves, new IP. They get a remastered and they feel full. You know what I mean? They finally got God of War, so there would have been. God of War, we got Sea of Thieves. Now we got State of Decay. They still waiting on another new, they still waiting on their games. But though they got a remaster game, they feel, they feel
Ghost.
Like they the shit. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I know what you're saying, but Ghost, look, what I was trying to say earlier with Quantic Dreams. Quantic Dreams is a game called Indigo Prophecy. It came out on the OG originally, and then it went to PS2, right?
Back then. That game Dream. I remember.
But oh, that's another game, but it's almost like their version of Project Sparks, which everybody talks shit on
that
Xbox.
game ain't even out.
No, and it's supposed to come out this year, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Took forever. Wasn't that show like in 2000?
Yeah, that was showed in 2013. No,
2014. 2014, right? That's what I said. 2014. Yeah. That's that game ain't out yet. Damn.
Well, it's like Detroit. Detroit was shown on the PS3 stage in 2012.
What the fuck?
In 2012, it was a demo.
People are excited for games. It's dumb late. Like what the hell?
It's been 6 years now. It comes out, but here's my gripe.
Damn.
Quantic Dreams games don't sell well. The only time they pick up numbers is when they go in the bin for $15 and $20, and that's when they pick up numbers. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. And because of that, the Detroit, the new one, the cost of it was $30 million, right? When Heavy Rain on PS3 was $52 million. It's a $22 million difference in budget, okay? But now they're touting Detroit, right? Like if they like all their games, when they used to make fun of a lot of Tall Tale shit, right? And they never supported Beyond and Heavy Rain. Those games didn't do well. You can look at the numbers. They did well through time when they were $15, $20, $5 on a flash sale, or $10 on a flash sale. And that's a fucking fact. When it initially came out, didn't sell. Just like Demon Souls, the original Dark Souls. That shit came out on PS3. Nobody fucking bought it. That shit sold like 22,000 copies. All right?
Wow.
A fucking fact. Now, because Dark Souls did well because it came out multi-platform on the 360 generation, now everybody's a Dark Souls fan. Now everybody sucks on Dark Souls, right? Now it's a big fucking thing.
But it kind of birthed Bloodborne.
Yeah, it was the reason why. Well, the success of Dark Souls was basically Sony telling From Software, make a Bloodborne type game for us, make it exclusive, and we'll pay for it. And that's what they did. That's what you call a paid exclusivity.
It sold.
It sold, but it sold worldwide. It sold like 3-point-something million, but worldwide, like with all the numbers together, not just in the US. In the US, I don't really know because I see it used all the time, and it's like $15 right now. Like
somebody put Zaire to be ignored. He barely plays games. Wow.
Well, listen, we're not here to discuss Zaire's gaming habits.
Yeah.
What we're here to talk about is whatever Zaire says, whatever we says is two different things. Zaire is friends with us. We're cool. We don't have no beef with him. So you motherfuckers stop trying to keep up that beef because it ain't happening.
It's not happening. Mr. Kima's not really like that.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about Mr. Kima. I'm not talking about him. No. I'm talking about whoever's trying to act like we got beef. No, we don't. Okay. Now, what we were trying to say about the media bias is that it's there. It's plain as day, and you can see it. Yes. Ori and the Blind Forest was in the high 90s. It was like 93. And then they had a couple of bad reviews at the end from sites that weren't even known, and it went down to like the 80s. Okay?
That's fucked up.
You see what I'm saying? Because Ori and the Blind Forest was an indie that was shitting on everything else that was out on PlayStation at the time.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he bought Dead Rising Ninja. Just put it won't be game of the year. Red Dead Redemption 2 would be.
That's a possibility. It is.
God of War's a contender, but Red Redemption.
It's a possibility.
My boy Dead Rising just said something good right there. That's a contender there for game of the year.
Look at Dead Rising Ninja. Listen to this. Whether God of War is contender or Red Dead, or let's say even State of Decay or Crackdown, because they have a 4-player component and they're going to do cloud component stuff, that is probably going to take a lot of people by surprise and by storm, and they're going to be happy with it. Because I think that Crackdown 3 is going to surprise a lot of people because of the fun factor alone and the technology, right? That means single player and multiplayer campaign is on full force and effect, meaning nobody can downplay the fact that single players are irrelevant anymore. You see what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing, you know? And what gets us mad is that a lot of people change what we say, making it seem like all we care is about multiplayer. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you make a good game, you have to make sure you cover everyone, and you have to make sure that everyone's allowed to enjoy that game, whether it's in the universe of Halo through a multiplayer or whether it's in the universe of Halo through a story, component-wise, being co-op or single-player wise. You see what I'm saying? The option is it covers everyone, and that is what Sony games do not do. They have high production value, but it's like watching a high production movie with interaction. So, and that's it. All their games have the same feel, the same vibe, either with little kids or rock climbing, falling 20 different times, showing you the same fall 20 different moments. Like in God of War, you fall the same way 20 different times in the whole game. Like, that's what they keep doing. It's called a vertical slice, an illusion. Now, are we saying the game is bad? No. Ghost Rider has the game. And thanks to J-Lo, I have the game. I'm almost done with the game. Okay? And what I said was, it's the great change of pace for the series. I'm happy that you tried something new. And I'm happy that the game is working out for them because that's good for the industry as a whole.
Hell yeah.
Period. But my problem is, like Ghost was trying to say maybe earlier and couldn't really find his words, is Xbox guys support PlayStation games that are good because we love games, as opposed to PlayStation dudes. All y'all say is Halo sucks, Gear sucks, Quantum Break sucks, Record sucks, Sunset sucks, Ori sucks, Cuphead sucks. Everything Xbox sucks. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah, you know how it is. Like that's how it is.
That's the de facto. That's the difference between Xbox guys
now
and PlayStation.
I'm gonna be honest here. Rohan Star just put next gen, and all the true Xbox gamers hate Super Lucky Tales. Now I'm gonna be honest. That's not really Super Lucky Tales. Not really my cup of tea. So I won't.
Okay, but here's my question to that. Here's my answer to that. Why? Why? If you're touting Super Mario Brothers, which is a $60 game that's been around for over 35 years, why are you scrutinizing a really good, solid platformer? Because from the sound of it, you haven't even played the fucking thing. I've almost gotten every platinum for all the DLCs. I own the fucking game, and I can tell you it's a fantastic platformer that only costs $20 or $30, and now it's on fucking Game Pass. And it's a new IP that's trying to find its place in gaming and its identity. It's a new IP. It wasn't like Mario that was given out for free with every Nintendo console, and that's why everybody played it, because it was free.
Yeah, you taking it back in the days, and I agree with you on that. He bought Mario was free when you buy a Super Nintendo, and they also had Duck Hunt. Remember that?
Exactly. Gyromite too.
You shoot him and the dog start laughing, and he jump in the grass.
Yeah, and Gyromite. Remember Gyromite that used Rob with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
old school, bro. You took it back. A lot of these whippersnappers still wet behind the ears, man.
How the fuck you gonna find? How the fuck is new games gonna find an identity in the gaming industry if when a new game comes out, you want to hate on it unless it's on your preferred platform?
Exactly.
But when it's on a console you don't really like, you want to hate on it.
This is why I said the media was biased when I was saying it. Every exclusive and AAA and basically every new IP that Microsoft came out, the media shot it down, bro. Bad scores, everything. It never got a fair shake. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Phil Spencer even knows himself. I'm gonna say the truth, that the media is biased, bro. So when you hear people lying and saying forget about the media bias bullshit, Phil knows the media is biased, nigga. Like it is what it is. Like,
Ghost, listen, Microsoft needed a platformer, Ghost. They needed one.
Hold on, Eba. Let me explain something too.
Sure. Right.
I'm gonna break it down. We have gotten new IPs. When you compare God of War to Rise Son of Rome, any of the new IPs, you fucking bugging. Because God of War is a set franchise.
Yeah, it's already
got legs. Everybody knows what God of War is. You take risk when you bringing in new IPs.
That's right.
A lot of new IPs don't really hit as well as Horizon Zero Dawn did. You understand? There's a lot of IPs that was great, but
again, Horizon Zero Dawn did well because Xbox guys went out and bought it as well.
Yeah, but remember this. Also, they was kind of sparse too. So when they got that new IP, the motherfuckers was thirsty and they bought it. And it is what it is. They show support.
But it's good that they bought it. It should have. That's what you're supposed to do when you're a gamer. You're supposed to buy new IPs.
Get a part two.
Give it a chance.
But what a lot of Xbox dudes is, we got a lot of crybabies. They ask Microsoft for so much shit. Microsoft delivers, and they still got something. It's hypocrites, bro.
It's not good enough. It looks too cartoony, or it's not what they wanted. Listen, what y'all want is interactive, photorealistic movies. And every game can't look the same and feel the same because they're going to get boring. You think it's not going to get boring if every PlayStation game, like Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranded, and Days Gone, they come out next year, they all feel the same, like God of War, Horizon, or Uncharted? It's going to get boring. It's going to get flat. It's going to get stale.
I just want to bring this up, Ebot. Speaking of Red Red Redemption, right? You know what got me into playing Red Red Redemption? What got me into the cowboy shit? Gun.
Yeah, the Red Dead.
Remember
Oh,
that cowboy
Gun.
game?
You
Gun.
never played the first one either? You never
Gun.
played
I
the first
played
one?
Gun.
No. Red Dead Revolver by
Red Dead.
Capcom, and
I
then
think
they
I
gave
played
well,
Revolver. That I was looking for. I was looking for a lot of cowboy games. When I played Red Dead, it opened me up. But when I played Gun before
right.
Red Dead, you understand?
Yeah,
The guy in the black
And
horse,
Gun
he's
wasn't a
running
great
around. You got
game
to shoot
either.
him.
Yeah, Gun
Gun
wasn't a
was.
great game,
It was
but
cool.
you
I
enjoyed
liked
it.
it. Yeah, I
Exactly.
enjoyed that game.
I'm
And that's
saying.
what got me into wanting to play these cowboy games. Then when I seen Red Red Redemption, that shit blew my mind. You kill,
Right.
you hunt buffaloes, you
Right.
know what I
It was
mean?
a
You doing
leap.
all of
The
that.
leap was- the leap
Animals
was
attacking
retarded.
you in the wild. You gotta watch, I think it's the mountain lions or it's cougars coming out of nowhere attacking you, and you gotta
Yeah.
shoot them, they run, then they come at you again. Like
The leap
that
was
game
retarded.
fire,
The leap was
bro.
retarded. Yeah,
Red
the
Red
leap was
Redemption
retarded.
is one of my favorite games of all time, bro. And I can't wait, especially when you play the multiplayer. When
But
you
I can
unlock-
tell you this. I can tell you this, Ghost. Since you like cowboy games, they have, because Red Dead Revolver came out for OG, right? And I'm hoping because they have a good relationship with Rockstar, I'm hoping that they'll let it go backwards compat via the the OG Xbox and maybe even 4K enhance it, so we can play it. I'm hoping. But if you telling you on the PS4 marketplace, you can actually go and buy it on the PS4, which is the PS2 version, and it's like $15. And it's Red Dead Revolver. It's the very first one that art and kind of
I
stemmed.
forgot. There's another
became-
cowboy game though. There's another one because I played it on the 360. I was copping them.
Well, they had the cowboy one that you were a vampire, which was Dark Watch, Dark Watch. It was awesome, but it was first person, and you were a vampire, and you were in the cowboy era. You were a demonic.
But speaking of Red Red Redemption, I was talking about multiplayer.
Cowboy.
What was dope and caught me too on multiplayer was when you get out. This is how they know you knew. You ride in on a motherfucking donkey. Now people got horses, their guns are stepped up, and then they send you a message. Basically, they saying get down or lay down. People on multiplayer teaming up. So when you deny that, they come shooting at you. Boom, boom, a horse is coming at you. You got a fucking donkey, and you got a whack ass gun, and you trying to shoot it out with people. And it was fun, the multiplayer aspect of that game.
Okay. You talking about Red Dead?
Red Dead, Redemption was dope.
Did you play the zombie one? The expansion?
Yeah, I bought that one too, but I didn't finish that one. I'm not gonna lie,
my son's a big fan of it. I'm never
Red
been a
Dead
big
is
fan.
dope.
I'm not a big fan because I don't like the Western era too much. And also I don't like the open world games too much. It depends which one it is. If it's not too open world, it's fine. Kind of like God of War, like Tomb Raider, that's fine with me. But I know why people like it, because it has a lot of quality to the game, the story. It has a good production value. It has fun gameplay. In other words, the gameplay is tight. It works well. You know what I mean? And that's good. That's not bad, because that's the whole point. Gaming is to cater to all types of different people. But when you're sitting there saying something like Super Lucky Tales is trash, right? But yet you're saying Mario is the next thing since Jesus, when it's just Mario. You've seen Mario for 35 years.
Yeah,
right?
I see Mario. Like, I'm not even into Mario, bro.
And Odyssey is a great game. I'm not saying
To me, the best Marios to me is from my childhood years. That one and Super Mario is my favorite one.
Right. And that's fine.
Mario days is over.
That's fine. But what I'm trying to say, because Mario Odyssey is a dope game. If you play it, it's a very dope game.
I don't
but
really,
it's Mario, Ghost. It's Mario.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not really into it. Like,
nothing new. And the whole argument that me and you are talking about here, that this whole thing has been since the beginning of the generation, is that Microsoft doesn't make new things when they're the only ones making new things and taking risk. Look at Sea of Thieves. How the fuck you see a game like Sea of Thieves and say that's not a risk?
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is something that you know from the look of it, people are gonna judge and then, but I ain't gonna buy that shit. But when you play it, you'll be like, oh shit, this shit is actually fucking fun. Especially when you play with the right people. And then it goes. And that's the difference. That's what we've been trying to say and what we're trying to point out. It's not because we're being, stubborn, except, or we don't want Microsoft to do better. Microsoft is doing what they're doing one thing at a time, because Microsoft didn't have the luck that Sony had to sit down and enjoy their success since 2013. Microsoft, all they've been trying to do is fight everybody, from their own fans to the haters to the trolls to the media and perception of what their brand is. They had to start from scratch and rebrand the whole brand. That they even had to make a console where they had to take the power brick out because people were making fun of the fucking power brick. When the Nintendo, when the Wii U and all those consoles always had power bricks. Who the fuck? The PS2 had a power brick. Who the fuck gave two shits about power bricks
until this generation? I ain't care about
it. Until this generation goes the same. Well, it's the same way. Like motherfuckers, they're like, yo, I don't know why I got an Xbox One. Well, why did you get a PS4 back in 2013 when it had less games or no games for some, right? And all y'all were talking about, it has the best multiplats because it's more powerful. When the power was barely minimal because the Xbox had upscalers, so you can never tell the resolution when you play with on the TV because of the
media made sure of that,
right?
Making sure of that.
But now that there's a real power difference, like they're talking about the Tomb Raider, the next one is possibly going to 4K 60 native, or even if it's what they call dynamic, right, where it comes up and down, right, in 60 frames, which is a technical feat because it's being built from scratch. It's not in the parameters of 360 no more because it's not coming out for 360. It's not coming out for PS3. It's only for next-gen consoles, right? And this is probably why they were able to achieve a bigger, daunting task like this, right? Now who cares? Who wants a powerful console if they don't have real exclusives? So the exclusives that came out before then that play better now, all the backwards compatible games that play better now, all the next generation multiplayer games that play better now on the X don't count for shit? Come on. Cry me a fucking river. That's BS.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay? That's BS.
Safety boy Hefty, whatever his name is, Dick Ryder, and this guy that used to he used crap gamers picture and shit, write me. They eating crow right now, man, because we got the most powerful console right now.
Exactly.
And
every week,
I can say I'm playing my Call of Duty really in truth. I'm playing my Call of Duty in the best graphics and
way. Yeah, in the best.
I'm playing on the best Fortnite in 4K
on the best network.
You know what I mean? Just put it this way, man. Down to the controller, bro. Down to everything, bro. The Xbox to me is the better console.
Like nobody talks about how they update the controller every once in a while to give you better stability on certain games, right through the console. You don't even need to go buy a new controller. You see what I'm saying? That's a feature Xbox has that nobody talks about, and it's there. You see what I'm saying?
Because they don't want people to know that. So you gotta understand. I don't know if I forgot. I remember people talking about that the media has said in the beginning of this generation they want PlayStation to win. Something like that. And that's why
they wanted what?
Something about their they wanted PlayStation to win. Like they're gonna help PlayStation. And
yeah. A lot of sites did that. Dude, they had people standing on the table. Yes, we're gonna win. Like fucking corporate slaves, my dude.
And they talk about
media outlets, where these are supposed to be professional video game outlets, and they were on top of their table. Yeah, it's all about PlayStation, baby. That shit was pathetic. And you know why that is?
Pathetic.
You know why that is? Because they got fucking slaughtered on the PS3 era. Okay? Because everybody keeps bringing up, but the Xbox One didn't sell well. I mean, the 360 sold well, but because of the Red Ring of Death. Yeah, but they paid for all that. You didn't pay a dime out of your pocket. They covered it.
Send the machine back and they send it back.
Free. Number one. Number two, it was only with the first generation of consoles because once they did the Elite, from the Elite forward, you didn't have that problem anymore. It was gone. Okay? And not only that, the PS3 didn't start to sell well until it dropped to almost $299 because it was too fucking expensive and it had no fucking games. They didn't get good games until like the end of the fucking series, which was the Uncharted, right? Which was Uncharted 2. The God of War 3, and the fucking Last of Us. Those are the only 3 games that they had that were premiere from last generation. Because Resistance 2, not everybody liked it.
They remastered it and put it on the PlayStation 4. This is why I'm telling you. I'm going to be the first one to say it. I feel that when the PlayStation 5 drops, they're going to remaster God of War. They're going to remaster Uncharted 4. And they're going to remaster...
Probably.
And push that. I'm telling you.
Run it in real 4K and 60. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think... What are they going to show on PlayStation 4's E3, bro? Because they're
probably going to show Dreams. They're probably going to show, obviously, they have to show Death Stranding, some type of real gameplay because it's been shown too many times. They're probably going to show more gameplay for Spider-Man because that's their next big AAA coming out, obviously in September.
But where's the new stuff, though? Because they're probably not going to already know about that.
I don't think they're going to show Days Gone because they showed Days Gone way too many times. But I do think they'll give a release date for Days Gone. I also think they'll show probably gameplay for the other one that they're supposed to be making. The Ghost of Tsushima. I think we'll see either a trailer or gameplay for that. Which are new games, but they're still far off. We don't know yet. So they might show a little new here and there for VR, or maybe even a AAA that by title. They might just show the title and maybe a CG like they did with Ghost of Tsushima, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, they're the best," like they always do. Meanwhile, Microsoft will show you a game with actual gameplay that comes out that year or the following year. Oh, that shit doesn't look impressive. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, dude. This shit is already annoying because these dudes are supposed to be gamers, but yet they only applaud when it's on one side. Okay, and like I was saying, my point of Super Lucky Steel, you can't hate on Super Lucky Steel because it's a budget title that's now it's on fucking Game Pass, and it's a solid fucking platformer. It's just as fun as Odyssey because I played Odyssey and I beat Super Lucky Steels as well.
I'll tell you this, Ebot. What do you think about God of War getting a show on Netflix, bro?
Which one? God of War? Oh, that'd be cool. Of course, that'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
That would open up the doors for other people. But remember, they're supposed to be doing a Gears of War movie, and they haven't even talked about it since the Gears of War release, remember? Of part 4. So I hope that's still in the works. I hope that's still coming. And now they have the Witcher one that's coming out real life for next year. Now that I heard they're also making what the fuck was the other one they said?
Rainstar put Microsoft need to put everything out this E3. It's all.
Oh, you mean like a roadmap? Like a roadmap? I agree with you 100%. Of course they do. They have to. But the point is, the reason why
it's not that they have to, Ebot. Well, we already seen what we got throughout the years.
Well,
there's nothing but new stuff that's going to be shown.
I was going to fix what I just said. The reason why it looks like they don't have nothing is because everything they showed from 2013 till now came out.
Yes.
And if it didn't come out, like for example, Fable Legends or let's say Scalebound, right? It got canceled for whatever reason, right? Everybody knows Fable Legends. The reason why it got canceled because everybody that was a Fable fanatic didn't like how the game played. They loved the way it looked, but they didn't like the way it played. Okay, they didn't like the change of the format, right? And that's why they had to go back to the drawing board. The same way with the story with Scalebound that we know from other people that know people in the industry and the inside of what we heard, it was because they promised that they were going to have the game done in 2018, and they gave them it was a budget of like $100 million for the rumor of what it was, and then they go out and said, no, we won't have it ready until 2019 or 2020, which was already going to be bad because they announced the game in 2014 or 2015. It already been 3 years since they announced it. You see what I'm saying? And it was going to make Microsoft look bad. It wasn't going to make Hideki Kamiya look bad or Platinum Games look bad. No, it was going to make Microsoft look bad because nobody was going to say, oh, that's good that they give them time because they give developers enough time so they can make a game and make it a masterpiece. Nobody's going to say that with Microsoft. And
PlayStation do say that, though.
Yeah, exactly. I got news for you. I also hate when people say God of War came out good because they gave the developer 5 years to take their time and make a good game, right? Well, I got news for you. A lot of you may not know, but Rise Son of Rome, they did that game, and it took them 7 years. Microsoft gave them 7 years to do the game. And I also got news for you. If you go back at the launch of Microsoft, Crytek themselves said that Microsoft told them if you need more time to make the game and want more time, we'll give it to you. But they chose to make it a launch game because they felt it was a good enough game as a launch game to bring it out so people will enjoy it. And instead, what they got, a middle fucking finger. Okay? So go back and do your research and know what the fuck y'all talking about before y'all talk shit. Rise Son of Rome took 7 years to make because it was originally a Kinect game and they had to repurpose it and change it and do it from scratch with a brand new engine. And it took them 7 fucking years.
Damn.
And even when the launch title
came out beautiful. That game came out beautiful.
And even when it was launching, Microsoft, Crytek said themselves, Phil and Microsoft and them told us that we can take longer. We didn't have to bring it out at launch. And they were the ones that said, no, we want to bring it out because we think it's good enough as a launch title for future games because they wanted to do it into a trilogy. But because it didn't sell well right away, and now it's more popular because of a cult following, because people realize it's a really good game and underrated. Now people are aware of it. But when it came out, they didn't give it a chance because everybody was talking about, it's 900p. Guess what? 900p never looked better because it was the best looking game until this point. Because now, obviously, God of War, being more modern, gives it a go and looks better in some areas. The same way Rise still stacks up well, then got better than God of War in some areas. But God of War is a better looking game, obviously, because it's more modern. Obviously, it had more
Yeah.
time. It had more time to take more advantage of the console. That makes perfect sense. But for people that don't know, that's the story behind that. Because they're like, oh no, Microsoft don't give time to people to make their games. That's why they come like ass. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? Just because there was rumors and because that's what Bungie guys said, oh, we left because we want to do something else. Okay, fine. And they sold the IP to Halo. Like, motherfuckers didn't even know that Halo Reach, which was one of the most sought-off one that people loved, right? Was done by 343 Studios and Bungie together, right? They were there. They were involved, right? The same way they didn't fucking know that even the new one with Halo 5 and Halo 4 was staff members of the original Bungie and with the guys at 343. But they want to bash and talk shit about the game. Entiende? Because it wasn't Master Chief. Well, if you want fucking change, that's what they did. They try to get a different approach to the game and make it feel fresh and make it feel different. What did y'all do? Oh my God, the characters in the background look 523p. That's what Digital Foundry did.
Huh.
Okay? They didn't give a fuck about how good the game was what it was trying to do, that it was for 4-player co-op, that it had one of the best multiplayer components in history.
You know what a lot of these games lack, bro? And I'm going to be honest with you. And both sides.
Yeah, go ahead.
Story. A lot of games come out that look beautiful and everything, but what keeps you stuck on a game is when they got a good story mode to it. A story, like concept.
Concept,
video game.
like original concept.
Yes,
like an original concept.
That's what catches.
We've seen a lot of things that look exactly the same or familiar, and that's what makes you feel.
And I think a lot of these developers forgot about the essence of great story mode game.
Yeah, the creativity.
That's dope about the story. And a lot of people feel this generation, to me, I feel like that was lackluster on a lot on both sides.
Compared to 360 and 3S3 era, absolutely. You saw all them fucking different games we got in the 360 era. It was crazy. But again, it had to do with costs. Everything was way cheaper. There was still a bunch of fucking developers. Now everything's more expensive. There's less developers because they can't make AAA games because they can't afford it. It costs too much money. That's the difference. And that's what people don't understand. Just like with Microsoft. The reason why Microsoft, right now has to take time building new IPs and building new studios is because Microsoft had to spend all the concentration and focus on making a new console, making a powerful console that people will be happy with so they wouldn't talk about how it's weaker, making it slender so the people talked about that it looked like a VCR, giving you the backwards compatible, which is damn near impossible because Yoshida himself said it was almost impossible. It was too hard. That's why they don't have it on PS4. Making great updates every month since the launch for the Xbox, keep changing. The UI, making it better and better for every time the feedback from the fucking community, giving you the OG backwards compatibility, the elite controller for all the people that play on Xbox competitively in real tournaments. They have done and covered every basis that everybody has asked them. The control lab, so they can make custom controllers. People put their own gamer tags on it.
Now, Mr. Kima they listen to too many YouTubers that don't do research at all.
Right, that's true. He's right. They do listen to a lot of YouTubers that influence people a lot more than others. Like, let's say a lot more than me and you, right? That are giving the wrong message because they don't really do their research or their homework. And Mr. Kiba is absolutely right. Shout outs to him because I think I know exactly who that is. Pero que, and it's not, and that's bad because people like, let's say, Boogie, right? Like Boogie or Review Tech or somebody like, I don't know, Happy Console Gamer or like, who else? Fucking Angry Joe, okay? He's Puerto Rican like us. These dudes do things for the sake of their channel. They want clicks. They want people to drive in. There's some times where they do stuff that feels accurate, but there's a lot of times where you see their bias and their stupidities and their ignorance that it's only being done because they want clicks and they want money because they're YouTubers, right? When guys like me and you, that we really don't do this for that. We do it because we love games, right?
Exactly. I ain't trying.
And we want to give the right messaging, right? And we want people to understand our side, where we're coming from, and to explain what they're saying to what we're saying. Okay, so that they don't think that we're not being corporate slaves. How the fuck we being corporate slaves? If you got a PS4, I got a PS4, you got a Wii, I got a Wii, you got a Switch, I got a. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
We got the consoles. We just prefer Xbox because that's where we feel we're getting our best bang for our buck, which we are. Now, does Xbox lack single player, story driven, high quality, photorealistic, mocap heavy, interactive movie games? Yes. They do. But guess what? When they were trying to do it in the beginning of the generation, motherfuckers on Xbox side, first and foremost, they didn't fucking buy them.
You're right.
They didn't support Quantum Break. They didn't support Recourse. They didn't support the fucking, Rise Son of Rome's. You know what I mean? They didn't support them. So Microsoft saw the numbers that it did well, but not great. How they're going to take a chance and make another sequel for $100 million, $50 million, $70 million if they don't think it's going to sell? But again, yes, I do know that a lot of times the game comes out, then when they make a sequel, it surpasses the original and it does well. Yes, I get it. But the gamers are the ones that have to prove that. You see? When you got our own guys on the Xbox side not really supporting the way they're supposed to or should, what the fuck you think is going to happen? They're not going to take that chance. See, on PlayStation side, Nintendo side, their fan base, they're loyalists. They don't turn their back even if they're giving them garbage like I Am Bread or Godzilla. You see what I'm saying? When they give them that shit, they say, okay, that's just placement holders to hold us off until we get the great AAAs. I'll wait.
That's why I said that a lot of Xbox dudes out there that's in they're wolf in sheep clothing, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said I never seen a lot of Xbox dudes, man. I never thought I'd see the day that people want to be like PlayStation dudes, bro. Not this boy over here. Not this Xbox.
And again, we're not missing out. You're not missing out.
Yeah, I'm not missing out none. I enjoy Xbox every day I come home, bro.
If you want to play Halo, you're gonna play Halo. If you want to play Quantum, you're gonna play Quantum. If you want to play Far Cry in the best version you want, you're gonna play Far Cry the best version you got. If you want to play Call of Duty the best version you got, you're gonna play it. And on top of that, you're gonna play your Mario's on your Switch, and you're gonna play your God of Wars and your Uncharted on your PS4. You're not gonna miss out because you're a gamer. You're playing games on all platforms. Same thing with me. I'll play games. I beat Shadow of the Colossus. You see, I beat Hellblade on Xbox and PlayStation. I'm beating God of War now. I'm not missing out. I don't have to. I have every exclusive on PlayStation. Now I need to get Spider-Man because I love all the Spider-Man games. So I'm going to buy this one. Plus, I like Insomniac. I have all their games. You see, I'm not a fraud that only bought games that were on PS3 because Insomniac made them exclusive, like Ratchet or like, the Resistance series. But yet, Fuse, Song of the Deep, and Sunset Overdrive, because they were on Xbox exclusive or were multiplats, they were corny because they were multiplats. They weren't no good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't do that bullshit. I don't play that. I play.
Well, I'll tell you this. Ebot,
go ahead, puppy.
I've been going on for like 2 hours, and I'm going to cut it short.
Okay, no problem.
But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you, Hebot, for stopping by and paying me a visit.
Thank you.
You already know. And for everybody down in the comment section, thank you for leaving me your thoughts, man.
I'm glad you did that because it's hard to talk in the comment section through the texting. Plus, I was driving. So at least you could come in and explain it better verbally. You know, live is always better than texting. It's always going to be the case, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Thank you for letting me on, too.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. And for everybody in the comment section, thank you for listening and tuning in. God bless y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button.
That's right.
Subscribe to Hebot. Subscribe to your boy Ghost Rider 730. You know, we Xbox dudes to the core, man, and we give props when it's due. PlayStation sold 3.1 mil. That's what's up. I hope God of War, they also talking about 5 more God of Wars, but that's another day. Games coming out. And God bless y'all, man. Thanks for stopping by.
God bless.
Peace.
Peace, guys.